Thank you so much. Can you hear me, folks? You cannot hear me, right? Do I have it on? Oh, now. Thank you. Awesome, awesome. Right, Protocol Guild. Thank you so much for joining, all of you. Yeah, it's a lovely rain punk day today, right? So it's amazing that you made it, because I have a rather important topic to talk about here, and it's about the Protocol Guild. And yeah, I'm Mário Havel. I'm from the EF Protocol support, and the Protocol Guild is a project which was also started within this little group, but its own organization. So I'm going to dive into that. But before I start, is there anybody who already heard, who knows about Protocol Guild? Ah, come on, why did you even came when you know about it, right? So many people. Okay, I'm gonna have an easy job today. Yeah, so we will going to look at what's Protocol Guild. But first, let's ask, what is Ethereum? So yeah, just to realize here that Ethereum is a public good being open, accessible to everyone. Ethereum as a network, as the blockchain that people use, that people develop on, is open to everybody for use, for deploy their own applications. It's completely permissionless, it's completely open, and it's not just the blockchain itself, the network which is running, which people are using with the transactions and so on. It's actually the whole software stack, the infrastructure, the clients, the specification, the testing, and everything around is open. And this open research and development is also a public good because, well, it contributes to the whole blockchain ecosystem, to the computer science domains, and well, there are all the people who just copying and pasting and creating their own EVM chains, right? So this is the actual Ethereum stack. And now the question is, what is actually Ethereum for you? What is the Ethereum vision? I like to ask these questions because over time I always get new narratives, new ideas. Ethereum is the protocol. Ethereum is love. Ethereum is. Do you have? Come on, just tell me. What is Ethereum for you? Personally. Ethereum, I love that. Ethereum is a hope. Cool. Freedom, nice. Well, cool. It's a coordination, global coordination for people, right? I heard that often. It's a global system for empowering individuals. That's kind of my vision. But generally, we have these ideas. We want to achieve them using Ethereum, but we want Ethereum to have a maximum impact in whatever it's supposed to do. And here, the problem is that it's not going to happen by itself, right? There is a lot of work to be done on Ethereum. There is a lot of development and research still going on. Vitalik around, I'm not sure if it was before or after the merge, saying that Ethereum is like 55% done. So yeah, a lot of work in the protocol. So how can we actually make sure that the protocol stays maintained and sustainable and help us make the great impact and the actual, fulfill the actual vision? So the challenge that we are addressing is the mismatch of incentives which are happening in the protocol development, which is completely open and without any direct incentives in a way that, well, there are people building the software on Ethereum itself. They are motivated to use it, pay fees to the validators, to miners, but the people building the actual protocol are just doing it, right? There are multiple organizations over the years, different teams which are being funded from different sources, but to make sure that this is sustainable, the Protocol Guild comes in. So, how many core contributors can you name, folks? Can you tell me name of any core dev? You cannot say Vitalik. Alex, right? Yeah, he's there, Alex. Sorry? Preston from Prism. Nice. Okay, those are. I was expecting Dankrad. He's also famous these days, right? Yeah, Danny Ryan. Cool. Very well. So there is a lot of them actually, right? And it's not easy to name all of them. So first thing that we do is to create the list. So we somehow can count them now. Okay, I mean it might be possible even if we somehow put our minds together. But now how it's going to look in a few months, how it's going to look in a few years. The people come and go, and different people have a different impact, and that's why we need to create, the Protocol Guild curates a list of the core contributors, which is opt-in. And yeah, here they are. So this is the current list of all the Protocol Guild names. Alex is not there. I mean, I would consider him there. But like oh no, here he is. I'm sorry, I thought it's the alphabet. Yeah, here is Alex. But also many people who are here, maybe even in this room. There is Guillaume here, Matt here, Andre, Pavel. Yeah, many folks around here. So this is all of these people contribute to the core Ethereum, but in a different way, in a different teams. So from a different perspective, there are around 20 teams in this ecosystem, which are, well, the research team, the Ethereum Foundation Research Epsilon team, many of them here these days, Rick doing the crypto economics research, TXRX, and then people helping with the coordination, which is, well, the protocol support, that's my team, the cat herders helping with the EIPs, EF security team doing, making sure that we have some audits, some pen testing, and then all the actual teams, right? So this is the meat, this is the stuff. It's all the five. Red is missing there. It will get there soon, but it's the 5 execution clients, 5 consensus clients, which make the whole Ethereum together with people who test it and who run the infrastructure like testnets and so on. So these are the actual contributors. This is the core of the Ethereum, which Protocol Guild curates. But the Protocol Guild is not just a list. It augments this list with more features, with more capabilities, and it turns it into a kind of a magic list, which you can use in different ways. So let's look into the different features of it. First of all, it's on chain. That's great, right? It's all the truth is out there. It's all under the protocolguild.eth. This is the address. So basically, all of these people that you saw on the screen, the 128 contributors, they are behind this one address. It's a split contract. If you want to make sure that Ethereum gets developed, just send $10 there. That's as simple as that. So it's one single point which can access all of these people. Because again, to go through all these teams and actually ask people make all of these people to sign up for some Gitcoins or this or that and look in who is contributing what, that's not easy. So Protocol Guild is putting them together. Also important to mention, this is not all the core devs, right? This is just people who opted into Protocol Guild. It might be twice as many people actually contributing to some clients. And they're all on chain in the 0x splits contract. It's retroactive, so it works in a way that people who are onboarded or who become a member of Protocol Guild, the Protocol Guild considers their past contributions, right? There are people who work on the protocol for 6 years or 6 months, and there is a formula for time weight of their contributions. So basically, the longer they contribute, the bigger share of the split they get. The formula is the square root. So basically, like the people who are joining now will get the higher weight faster, and it's like equalizing over time. So it's retroactive. And also, it's forward-looking because it's vested. So right now, the pilot's finished. There have been a 1-year pilot, which I'm going to go around. But for the long-term goal of Protocol Guild, it should be vested at least over 4 years. So it creates actually long-term incentives for contributors to stay around, right? To keep contributing. Yeah. The membership is curated by members because the members, as the core contributors, can tell the best who should be involved or not. So it's opt-in. You need to be willing to come in. We just don't force you to be there or anything. But they have the best context and expertise to tell who is actually the valuable contributor. It's inclusive in a way that it includes not just, well, the contributors from many different areas, but also the donations are allowed in any tokens, but only on mainnet. Right now, I'm going to talk about that. Any ERC20 token is accepted. You can just, so it's just the single split, the single address linked to it. It's neutral in a way that it accepts membership from all the various teams. So it's not just the actual devs, but the researchers, the people from the whether testing or even like the coordination work done by the support teams. And this makes the Protocol Guild a magic list. Because it has all of these features, it can be used as a kind of an API if you think about it. Kind of a single access point for all of the people, all of the various organizations and entities, individuals who would like to contribute to the Protocol Guild, to the core development. Why? Because, well, it's the dependency, right? The whole Ethereum needs to be running, needs to be maintained, and if you build a protocol on Ethereum, it's kind of your dependency. You are totally dependent on these technologies, so you need to make sure that it will keep running. And yeah, Ethereum will just keep chugging if you help us to raise awareness about Protocol Guild, because there is a bunch of these DAOs, L2s, and many people making huge money on Ethereum. There are DAOs with billions of dollars in treasuries, and the core devs are working in mostly like non-market incentivized environment. So if just some small amount of the treasuries of the actual profit of all of the Ethereum businesses goes to Protocol Guild, we are able to create a sustainable Ethereum. So quick recap of the one-year pilot. So everything starts with Danny Ryan, mentioned here today, who was kind of thinking, why there's no DAO for just like, funding core devs? Like, we need that because there's these bunch of organizations, it's kind of fragile. The government will come, shut down 2 of them, and now half of the people are without work. That's horrible. So we have alternative parallel system for funding the core development, and the Protocol Guild was announced by the end of 2021, with the pilot starting a year ago. Finishing these days. It was started by people from the protocol support team, by Trent Van Apps. He was the main contributor who started to curate the list. So it started with the 90 members in the beginning of the pilot, and it grew. So people joined, and update of the contract happens every quarter. In the last one, there is the last update here. It's constant because the same people joined as people left. So there are people who are not wishing to be on the list as well, and that's why I'm saying it's opt-in. There is not everyone, and it's the 128 magic number right now. Yeah. Regarding the funds, so for the pilot, Protocol Guild was able to raise around $10 million in various tokens, and the tokens are volatile, so it is a little bit less, a little bit more right now. The main contributors were Lido, Uniswap, ENS, Nouns, and Moloch, donating a few millions each. And it's not just the huge DAOs, it's people. You see, the median amount is $10 because I guess people get POAPs for it or something. But so anybody can contribute. There was like almost 300 contributor donors with almost 5,000 contributions. Yeah. And regarding the funding, most of it was distributed. 1.7 million. It's few days, few weeks old numbers. It's still vesting. Right, and that's the Protocol Guild, that's the numbers. And okay, now why do we even give the money there? Why do we fund these people for? Well, because they do all of this, right? So there was the merge in September, which happened during the pilot. There was the Chapella, the withdrawals, which happened 2 months ago. And there's a lot of research being done these days, which is very important. The proto-dunk sharding for the 4844 being worked on right now as the next big step for Ethereum. The EOF folks somewhere here today as well been working hard to make it happen, and I believe it will. And other important research. So this is all done by the members of the Protocol Guild for the betterment of the Ethereum, for the Ethereum's future. So what we learned, many positive feedback from, well, the members, from the community. We see that ecosystem and the community likes it because, well, we were able to raise the funds, we were able to spread the word, and it seems to work so far. What we also learned is that it needs a lot of improvement. The smart contract architecture needs to be improved, and it needs to be more transparent. It needs to be more robust, also to be able to scale the fundraising. So, what are the plans now? We have the V2, right? So there will be the upgrades of the actual smart contracts and more raising and more building the social norms. So let's start with the trusted elements. Right now, it's the split contract, which is mutable by a multisig. This is going to be removed and changed for a Moloch DAO of the members who are able to curate the list themselves. So it will be, all the governance will be properly done on chain. And ideally, we would expand to the L2s to be able to somehow forward the donations from the L2s and also use it maybe for some, cheaper, easier DAO. And yeah, again, so now the members will be able to vote to get new members in fully on chain. And I already mentioned this. I think so we can actually look at all of these organizations and all of these people and the budget, and Protocol Guild is like paying maybe like a good bonus, or maybe for somebody, depends on the area, even a good salary. But it's not covering it's covering only small part of the whole core development budget. So if we imagine that like 1% of all the profits, all the tokens, all the, I don't know, airdrops get to the Protocol Guild, we can make a sustainable future. So here are some trailblazers, these folks who actually did it and donated to, I would also mention Optimism Arbitrum, who, using the retrospective public funding, also donated to Protocol Guild. Yeah, so for the raising goals is $100 million, which will be vested over 4 years. So it's 2.5 of the, because it was 10 million for 1 year, so now it will be like 25 per 1 year because it's 4 years. So yeah, that's the plan. So again, we need to be able to retain the contributions over long term, and even maybe enable kind of a competition with the up layer, with the companies which just print their tokens and they can hire the best devs, right? And it's not easy to compete with this when people are interested in Ethereum. So this is happening soon. I have last few seconds. Thank you so much for your attention. You can find the protocolguild.eth on this QR code. Feel free to donate. If you have any DAO which is starting, if you have any company and you want to show your support, if you want to signal that you are thinking about the Ethereum future and the core layer, you can donate, and here are all the other information, all the important links. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Trent Van Apps, my colleague from Protocol Support, who've been working hard on this, and Cheeky Gorilla, who couldn't come today, but this presentation is actually from him, and he's been contributing completely voluntarily, just out of his excitement to Protocol Guild. So yeah, that's that. Just a quick thing. If you're interested in the protocol development, the core protocol in general, check out the blog Ethereum.org, or just find me somewhere here, tap me on the shoulder. We just opened applications for the Protocol Fellowship, which enables people to easily learn and become contributors to these core protocol software pieces, research, and yeah, one day you can maybe be part of that list as well. And also, 5 p.m. Sunday, there will be Bitcoin eDev beer here. If you want to meet Bitcoin devs or the other, you can come to the cafe on Sunday evening. So yeah, that's that. Thank you so much again, and yeah, thanks. I guess we don't have time for questions, but I will be here. I'll be in Bordel. Bordel is the hackerspace in Paralelnipolis, right? You can go upstairs to the institute or downstairs to the basement to Bordel. So I'll be mostly there. Please visit me and chat about the core protocol work. Thank you.